Get ready for an unforgettable 9-day journey along the New South Wales south coast, from camping under starry skies and hiking the wild beauty of Nadgee Nature Reserve, to exploring hidden coastal gems, spotting wildlife, and uncovering nature's surprises. Tracing the NSW Victoria border through lush wilderness, crossing wild remote rivers, and ending the day around a glowing campfire. Venturing deep into the ancient gum tree forests and savoring an unforgettable night before making our way back to Sydney. Day 1 begins with our journey from Sydney to Dry Creek Campground, targeting an arrival by 9 p.m. just before nightfall. Today's plan was to drive as far as possible from Sydney once we finish work. We'll have a quick dinner and see you tomorrow. Good morning, Day 2. Today's destination is Postmans Campground in Southeast Forests National Park. Today, we'll drive from Dry Creek Campsite, where we stayed last night, to Cooma through Dua National Park via the Merrica Fire Trail for a quick refuel. And then from Cooma to Postmans Campground for tonight camp. You can find the addresses for all the locations we visit in the description below. For the first 5 days, our convoy will consist of 3 cars, a Jeep Rubicon, a brand new Jimny fresh out of the box for this trip, and my trusty Prado. After Day 5, Jimny will be replaced by an old trusty Land Cruiser. Let's drop the tire pressure to around 25 psi and hit the road. It's going to be a mix of steep uphills, downhills, and rough, unsealed rocky roads. It's the end of December, and the conditions here are very dry. We're not expecting any deep river crossings or slippery dirt roads. For extended and steep downhill stretches like this, I typically engage low 2 to maintain better control and reduce strain on the brakes. This is the brand new Jimny's first river crossing, and the stakes are high. Wow, very impressive. I was a bit worried about how it would perform. These hills are so steep, they make your heart race just looking at them, proof that the camera can never truly capture their intensity. The scenery is amazing, and you should expect plenty of overgrown sections along the way. After a long, hot day, we finally arrived at the campsite. Would you call this a holiday? Well, I'm not so sure. I might need to rethink next year's plan, maybe with more shade and fewer hills. But at last, we're finally here at the campsite. The sun is going down, and the flies are about to take a break from eating us alive. After a few failed attempts to make a fire with flint, I finally resorted to the trusty lighter. We've got a vegetarian option for tonight, along with some juicy, yummy burgers. Let's dig in. It's time for some gossip around the fire before we head to bed, or at least pretend we're not too tired to talk. And here we are, day 3. We'll spend the next 2 nights in the Najee Wilderness, which requires a 10 kilometers hike to Newtown's beach, where we'll settle in. We packed up camp and drove all the way to the trailhead at the Merrica River car park. It's a hot day, and the beach feels like quite a distance away. After 4 long hours, we finally made it, and it feels like the entire beach is ours to enjoy, just pure bliss. There isn't a single footprint on the sand. It feels like we're the first to discover this place. It's very remote, even by Australian standards. We caught an ocean trout and are trying to grill it over the fire for a real taste test. We definitely need more calories than that little fish, so let's cook up some noodles and call it a day. We're completely exhausted. Good morning, day 4. Another hot day awaits us. Today, we're going to explore the entire stretch of the beach, which is about 2 kilometers long. There's supposed to be a small freshwater lake at the far end of the beach. If we're lucky, we might even get to swim there. This is one of the most pristine stretches of beach I've ever seen. So untouched, you almost don't want to disturb anything. The hopes are high for an exciting day ahead. This place is full of surprises. It didn't take long before we stumbled upon a dead white shark carcass on the beach. The cause of death appears to be a fishing hook lodged in its throat. It's truly moving and heartbreaking to see wildlife being killed, whether illegally or accidentally, as a result of human activity. We've reached the other end of the beach, and there's actually a beautiful freshwater lake here. The water is drinkable after sanitizing. Around the lake, I can see lots of wildlife footprints in the sand, evidence of animals coming here to drink. Another surprise for today. We stumbled upon 2 beautiful little tern eggs, perfectly camouflaged in the sand. It's incredible how they managed to survive in such a harsh environment, enduring the scorching sun, strong wind gusts, and predators like dingoes and foxes. After a quick bath, we collected some drinkable water and headed back to the campsite, as there's no other water source near the camp. Just before sunset, we gave fishing another try and managed to catch 2 more fish. How exciting is that? That white-bellied sea eagle was hovering above us, giving us the look of a diner scanning the menu, clearly ready to swoop in and claim our hard-earned catch as its own gourmet meal. We kick off day 5 with a hearty mushroom noodle soup before heading out to forage for some native plants. This is a pigface plant native to coastal Australia, and it is known for its fleshy triangular leaves and vibrant pink to purple daisy-like flowers. Its fruit, often called beach bananas, has a tangy, slightly sweet flavor reminiscent of kiwi or figs. The juicy leaves have a mild, salty taste, perfect for a refreshing snack or a unique addition to salads. And now it's time to head back to the cars. We all thoroughly enjoyed this unique wilderness experience. For tonight, we'll be staying at Newton's Crossing Camp, a piece of paradise nestled between Imlay Creek and Walagaraw River. There are massive waterholes on both sides of the campsite, offering the perfect opportunity to wash off the dust from the scorching, dry day, an oasis in the heat. Day 6 kicks off with the search for an elusive waterfall as we make our way to Queensborough River Campsite, our destination for the night. Also, our friends from Queensland have joined us with their mighty Land Cruiser for the rest of the trip, while the Jimny bid us farewell this morning. But trouble struck just minutes into the bush. Our friend's Land Cruiser got a punctured tire and needs fixing ASAP. With a baby on board and the sun baking us, we've got to act quickly. The Jeep made it almost to Genoa Falls, but the rest of us were stranded dealing with the tire drama. In the end, we gave up on the mission. At this point, we're standing right on the NSW Victoria border, ready to cross into Victoria. A few minutes into Arranundra National Park in Victoria, trouble struck again. This time, a massive fallen tree was completely blocking the road. And here's Alex, valiantly trying to cut that massive truck-sized trunk into dice-sized pieces with his 20-inch dull chainsaw. Good luck, buddy. After that failed chainsaw showdown, we had to pull out another trick as a desperate measure to avoid taking a long detour around this section of the road. But our tools just weren't up for tackling this massive trunk, so we decided to take the detour while we still have a few hours of daylight left. We're almost there, but the road from Frosty Hollow to Queensborough River campsite is narrow and overgrown, yet amazingly scenic and beautiful. If you're concerned about a few minor scratches on your car, this might not be the ideal spot for you, unless you enjoy adding a little character to your vehicle. Another fallen tree. Luckily this time, someone had a larger, sharper saw to deal with it. Wow, can you see that? A big deer just slipped into the forest right in front of our eyes. That was amazing. I wasn't expecting that. Deer aren't native to Australia, so you don't see them often here. And here we are at the Queensborough River Campground, nestled deep in the remote forests of Victoria among towering giant gum trees. The setting feels so prehistoric, it's like a dinosaur could leap out of the forest at any moment, straight out of Jurassic Park. Let's fire up the Barbie and cook some lamb cutlets and soak in this prehistoric vibe. Just hoping the barbecue scent doesn't summon a T-Rex or that rumble isn't one sneaking up on us. Good morning, day 7. Today, we're making our way to Little River Junction Campground, located by the mighty Snowy River. With a detour to explore the scenic Mount Delegate Reserve, the McKillop's Bridge and the Little River Falls on the way. We're on top of Mount Delegate, also known as Delegate Hill. There's a historic hut up here, complete with a telecommunications tower and control center. What initially drew us to this spot, however, was the mountain's unusual shape, resembling a volcanic crater, sparking our curiosity about its origins. Let's get the drone up and see if we can capture the crater-like feature from above. It might just give us the perspective we need. And here we go. Through the drone's lens, we can clearly make out the edges of the crater. Despite our initial guess of it being a volcanic crater, Mount Delegate is actually a monadnock, a solitary peak formed by erosion, rising 400 meters above the surrounding plain. The summit and steep eastern slopes expose Ordovician sediments, sandstones, and shales. The crater-like appearance is the result of a radial drainage pattern carved into the slopes of this isolated peak. We've got a few kilometers ahead of us. Let's top up the tanks and hit the road. This steam car wagonette is a fascinating relic of early transportation, featuring a steam-powered engine that propels a carriage-like vehicle designed for passengers. Its charming old-world design and hissing steam make it a captivating blend of history and ingenuity. We are crossing the McKillops Bridge right now, built in 1935 after the original was destroyed by floods, which is one of Australia's longest timber truss bridges. It was designed to handle the rugged terrain and seasonal flooding of the region, making it a critical connection for remote communities. Today, the bridge is a historic icon and a gateway to the stunning landscapes of the Snowy River National Park. At the bridge's end, we found a lost group struggling with GPS, so we heroically whipped out our trusty Hema maps and saved the day. These are emus, the Australian cousins of ostriches. Emus are Australia's largest native birds and the second largest flightless birds in the world after ostriches. They are known for their long legs, which allow them to sprint at speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour, and their curious, social nature. Found across Australia, emus play a key role in the ecosystem by spreading seeds as they forage. Let's check out the Little River Falls before we head down the steep four-wheel drive only path to the Little River Junction campground. It's very dry out here in late December, so the falls aren't roaring like you'd expect, but it's still an amazing sight. The deep ruts make navigation tricky, and choosing the wrong line could easily leave you stuck. After a long day, we finally reached Little River Junction Campground, where we have few unexpected late-night visitors. It's day 8, and we've woken up to yet another sunny, beautiful day. However, there's a little issue with my backup battery. It's not charging through the solar panel installed on the roof. And guess what? The solar panel was covered in thick dust. After a quick cleanup, we're back in action, and the fridge is up and running again. Today, we're only moving a few kilometers up the river, looking for the perfect spot to celebrate New Year's Eve. Yes, it's December 31st, 2024. And we've found a hidden sandy bank along the snowy river. Let's settle in and enjoy the rest of the day. Happy New Year, everyone. We're approaching both the end of the trip and the end of the year. And tomorrow we'll be driving back home via Jindabyne and Canberra. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, and turn on the notification bell. We'd be so thankful.